Baba, we'll talk about what you mentioned in the last week, that we will talk about life after death, because it's a big topic and it'll take time. So, therefore, let's talk about the topic called life after death. So, my question will be, what happens to people after they die, where they go, what they do, which levels they reach, and how they really interact with their loved ones who are left behind. Are they allowed to come back and visit them, or they are not? So there are so many questions on life after death of the soul. So if you could talk about what happens to the soul after leaving this body.
Baba Singh, it is not as complex as you all think. It's very simple living. There is nothing to fear, worry about, because it is a state of homecoming. So when you come home, what do you feel?
Yeah, and relieved and relaxed.
Relieved, relaxed. To start with, you feel safe, right? And comfort. You feel very comfortable in your own zone, with your own people, right? So to begin with, when the snap souls from the body, yes, it looks very traumatic because, as I said, we all have wiped out memories of our past lives, and hence the only baggage that we will carry and move forward is from our present existence. Correct. So, depending on how you've lived your life with your dreams, your expectations, your sorrows, states, your happiness, your give and takes, your whichever way you've lived your life. Sometimes you have regrets, sometimes you feel no, it was a life worth lived. Very mixed feelings, right? I could have done more, I could have done it differently, so on and so forth. So at that point in time, when the soul is ready to snap, the individual knows, is aware of that, right? But it has a very vague and very hazy picture in front of them. All it knows that it's time to move on. But when the real time comes, now death can for every soul be very different. For some very traumatic, for some very sudden, for some with age, some before time. It again depends on your karmic cycle, correct? So from the past, which we don't know how we are going to meet death, but we are prepared for it. Always, right? At the back of our mind, we are prepared. So when that moment comes, I was saying at a fraction of a second, the soul moves on. It's literally like it's given a big push. It just moves from this planet and it moves into a very vast and open space. You're like quickly passing through a tunnel, and where you feel it's very dark and you don't know where you are. Correct. Normally the tunnel is like that. It's got light, but it's got very limited light, right? But when you suddenly are out of that tunnel, there's bright light. You're suddenly into a different state, in a different space. And that's where the first thing that happens is soul is comforted. Now I have always said, and again it's for you to accept or believe, that I will receive all my loved ones. So that is the biggest comfort, that you will see me, whichever way you perceive me. And that's at a very individual level. You perceive me as how Baba looked in his avataric age. Maybe you have a very younger form of Baba in your memory, or you have a very elderly form of Baba in your memory, whatever. But you'll be received the way you perceive me. So I'm talking purely for my loved ones, for the chosen few that I have come in this avataric age. And of course I receive everybody. The rest of the souls I receive. Somebody may see me as their guru, the way they have seen me, right? Or seen me as their Lord and Master, relating to whatever religion they fall under or they come from. That's how they will see me. But talking about my loved ones, for the chosen few that I have come, I will personally receive you, to calm you and to welcome you. And I have said that.
Yes.
So there is no need to fear. The soul will be right away calmed when you see me and I'm waiting to receive you with open arms. You just merge into me and you're comforted. So it's like a baby when the parent comes home and the baby sees the parent. What does just run towards the parent, right? And give the parent a big hug. Or vice versa. So it will exactly be like that. You will be comforted in my arms. You will be welcomed back home. I keep saying this is homecoming. And once you're comforted, you know, like this is where you belong. That's where you came from, right? You will be passed on to meeting your ancestors, your immediate loved ones, that friends, whomever you have missed, right? If they are still there, their soul still exists, right away you will meet them. But before meeting them, you will be given, the soul is given every opportunity to rest. We keep saying, you know, rest in peace. You will be really given the time to rest in peace, all by yourself, and will relive all the memories, with whom it interacted, what was their past connects, correct? And it can also be to many lives behind from the past. Everything comes like a flashback. Now, from that flashback, whatever you want to remember is not required, will be trashed away. It's not required to have so much of memory and baggage on the soul, right?
So it is immediate last birth and the previous births also.
Correct. So that rest in peace state may look in the astral world maybe 100 years, 200 years, maybe more, maybe less. So you are there in that state, first to calm down, to accept the fact that you are in a different space altogether, depending on the kind of, as I've explained, the kind of death you've had, whether it's been peaceful, it's been traumatic, it's been sudden, it's been exhausting, it's been related to illness, you know, it's been feeling incapacitated in a body and now suddenly being freed. So you will go through all those moments. The soul will relive all that moment. And there will be calmness and peace. You will have guiding angels who will guide you, who will calm you, who will help you to settle down. Right? You know, it's like when you come home, you just want to first maybe have a glass of water, remove your shoes, change into more comfortable clothing, right? Have a breather, and then you chill and relax in your own environment.
Correct.
It's going to be the same, except for the fact that you will not have body to relate with. And that is where the challenge will begin. Right? There's no such feeling as touch, smell, feel, no?
Hunger.
So all those elements will not be there.
Because there's no body.
Because there is no body to satiate, to satisfy. Right? So at the soul level, you will take and accept whatever is required for you. Correct? You might just move and stand in a fountain of light to feel rejuvenated. Right? So you will meet your loved ones, you'll meet family, you'll meet friends, previous births, immediate births, if they exist and if they are still there. Right?
That means they have not taken rebirth.
Correct.
In that case, we will meet them.
Correct. Now that stage could be pretty long. You know, as I said, in the astral world, you could be there for astral world time. You could be 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, right? So it's again trying to reinvent yourself.
But those 10, 20 years in astral world will be like normal couple of hours in the context of our world.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
So if it's like, say, 20 hours or 24 hours here, it might be 20 years there, you know?
Relative timing.
Correct. Once you've gone through that, the soul with its guiding angels, your gurus, your guides, you will be given the opportunity to move around freely, right? In a very safe space, wherever you are allowed to go. We've heard about levels, you know, like
Realms.
Or realms, yeah, like realm 4, realm 3, realm 2. It's just where you belong, right? So if you've been at level 8, for example, you've studied up to year 10, right? You can't go downwards, correct? You can only either go upwards. If you qualify and you have the intelligence to go forward and study, correct? But if you don't, then you'll be very much at that
same level,
at
same
that
class.
same level, same class, same realm, right? So going back to the concept where I said, when you come back from your holiday, what did you bring with you? So depending on what karmic cycle you came with, right? You will move either upwards, you will remain at the same level.
Yeah.
So there you will be given the opportunity to move around, explore. You know, the soul will go to different planets, and there are different planets and subplanets. I've explained in the past. There's a realm of innovation. There's a realm of music, realm of dance. Right? All these elements you will explore if you're given the chance to move around there. you will explore all of that, and you will constantly keep replenishing and also